What's up?
What up, man?
Give us a rundown.
It's a long 4 days, and then we just wrapped it up, and pretty proud of what we were able to accomplish. I mean, it's a first time for a couple of you. I know Tyler's been here; he was here last year, so you've got that whole learning curve. And then the demands of 4 straight days. I mean, Lauren couldn't believe. I asked her what was one thing that she took away from it, and she goes, how these people just keep going and going and going. And it's true, they just keep going and going and going. But we just wrapped up the party tonight, and you got the closing shot, we think, and I think that's puts a lot of pressure, it takes a lot of pressure off of the final product because you know how you're going to shut it down. So that's great. It was a great trip, but we are, toast, and that's usually how you should feel after you just laid it on the line. You should feel like toast. If you don't feel like toast, that means you left something on the field. And so I think we had a great trip. It was great. I think we turned a corner with a lot of perceptions about what we do and why we do it and its impact, because they see it. And the number of people, real funny story, I caught BK in the elevator, and he says, one of our competitors called me and says, get your social media off my phone everywhere I go. And it's funny because we get them in our tangled web, and the more nosy they are, the more engaged we target them. So it's funny, and how that goes on. But it was a good trip, and we look forward to doing it again next year. But we're also looking for opportunities to do it throughout the year. So be on the lookout for that.
What was your favorite thing about the trip?
Favorite thing about the trip was getting our video on the big screen, and then tuning into Channel 19. I think that was pretty cool, and I think that a lot of people. When you see it on TV, although it's not that big a deal, you load it into an in-room TV system that's networked through the hotel, because these new hotels are built like that. But they see, it has this big impact on them, and it's in a format where they can really, respect it. A phone is one thing, but the bigger the screen, the more people perceive it in such a way. So that was fun. That was my favorite part, getting it on the screen and having it so well received. I mean, everybody across the board was just very impressed with, what they saw. A lot of them called it a director's cut.
What about the on the ground? What was your favorite, run and gun action? Whatever, something we did here, something we filmed, something we caught. What was your favorite one of those?
No, I liked the teamwork between you and Tyler. That was pretty cool. You guys, you guys worked really well together, and I appreciated that a lot. I saw it happen pretty quickly. In that situation, someone's got to take control. Someone's got to, do the dirty work at times, while the other one goes and does something else. And I think that was a great teamwork effort in a big way. And then having 2 very capable editors on site is awesome, because like we talked about, I mean, fear of missing out has a bigger impact when the thing that you're watching that's making you have FOMO is happening at the same time in real life. So as you're experiencing, oh my God, look at that good time, it's actually happening in real time, the impact is bigger and felt. So it was good. It was good. Great trip. And then and then I think Lauren was, I had a lot of people come up to me and say, the social media has been strong, very strong, and not only during this trip, but for the last 6-9 months, and I think it's a testament to her tenacity, and making sure things spread out and across as many things as possible. and doing it consistently, you know, and she's very well organized in making certain that those things are being published in the right way. And then when we get here, we've already got their attention to some degree, and then we activate that attention and we create this wow. And it's what everybody needs.
And the team back home allowed us to do it. The team back home and on the ground.
Yeah, you know, and we do have a team on the ground. I mean, we've got a couple teammates that are, you know, monitoring pages for us, and then we have some others that are, you know, finalizing some websites that we're going to launch when we get home, and it's certainly a blessing to have a team that's, you know, able to pull something like this off, and then having others have our back while we're out. So, because it would be awesome to be doing this more often, you know, and that's always been a goal, and we'll get there.